Nailed it.
Hey, I'm Bob.
I'm Jake.
And we are
Nailed It
Nailed
the
It Podcast. And welcome to our first ever early morning
Is this a
on
traveling show now?
on the beach traveling podcast. We are live and direct from our favorite place for our weekends and our time down here at Craft Haven.
From
As you can
the
see,
Craft Haven.
the beach behind us, water. It's a beautiful morning here. We thought we'd throw in an episode and do our thing. It's been almost a solid month, I guess, since we recorded. So
Yeah,
we've just been busy. It's summertime. Our episodes, we keep bragging every episode that we're going to do, each do an episode or get more. We're going to do 12 this month.
we are.
We were like, oh shit, it's the end of the month. We better get something. And here we are, Memorial Day weekend. We are now sitting in about 36 hours will be a packed house full of people for our good friends in phys ed. We playing down here for the holiday tomorrow night. Today's just a chill day.
Yeah,
Friends and family, probably smoke some meats,
and then
drink some beers, do our things. So
I know we talked about chilling down at the beach for a little bit.
yeah, I mean,
If it gets warm,
the temperature's a little lower than we'd like. It's right now it's in the mid 50s, but it's a beautiful time to sit down here on the water and talk about stuff. So
yeah.
So what's been up?
A lot has gone on, at least for me, in the last month, activities wise. Well, obviously we've done a couple ghost light gigs
Right.
between the last episode and now. We made our return to Burning Bridge as we always do. Where else were we?
Spring Gulch.
Spring Gulch.
Spring Gulch Campground in New
Yes.
Holland. They have us back. They try to do a couple times a year when our schedule permits. That was their Music Jubilee weekend. We started to kick that off. Weather was, as anyone who lives in Pennsylvania knows, the weather was miserable for the entire month. In fact, it's the first day we haven't had any raindrops yet, and then actually the sky is beautiful and clear.
Yeah.
So we ended up playing inside there instead of outside like they would have wanted, but I think that was the right choice. It just was a little swampy out there and cold. So
And it was still a great time.
great time. Everybody had a
We
good time.
moved inside. It was humid.
We had sound guy issues, little miscommunication between our sound guys, so I had to do it from the stage, but it pretty much went set it, forget it, and everybody said it sounded good. In fact, I saw a couple video clips that Dave's girlfriend Carrie took, and for her just walking around with her cell phone,
Yeah.
it sounded pretty decent. So at least that worked out.
Yeah.
Did we play at all since before the beginning of the month? Well, we were down here the first weekend of May here at Craft Haven.
Oh,
for
yeah.
our friend Marshall's
Yep.
Birthday extravaganza. We did basically around here, people, for those who've never heard us talk about it ad nauseum, when we're down here, a lot of times people have porch things. When we have our poker run things, there's different stops. Different campers have at their porch, or campers have a spot where there's food and a shot and everybody hangs out. Marshall did that with 5 stops, but had music. Obviously Jake and I played up at my place. Richard, our guitar player, had played with his friend BJ Huss down here at his place, which is out of frame, but we're staring at his porch where we're at. And a couple other spots. Our friend Adam Brunner was here. A good friend of Marshall's and guy I know, Burn Sweeper, started the day off. And I am missing somebody. Oh, Dave Heisey. Dave Heisey closed the night out with what should have been an hour for all of us. I think we played about an hour. I don't know. I was a little inebriated. I think Jake had to pull me out of the fire a couple times that show.
We did play for about an hour, if I remember correctly.
Dave's hour, he's like, this will be nice, man. I'm just playing acoustic by myself for an hour, and then we're all going to party. I'm like, Dave, where do you think you are, buddy? There's no possibility you're only playing for an hour. He's like, yeah, we'll see. I think he played 3.5 hours.
Yeah, because
he started around 7. I'm pretty sure we stopped playing music at his place on his porch like 10:30.
Yeah, because we got done playing, and Alex and I, we left the campground, went and got groceries and stuff, and came back, and he was still playing.
Yep.
But when we got back,
Dave had a fantastic rock star moment that night too, as far as I'm concerned, because the weather, wicked storms were blowing through the area, and it didn't hit us here at the campground, but the power clicked off for a couple minutes, like campground. While he's mid-song, maybe 4 songs in, and it was like, oh, what do we do now? And Dave, being the guy he is, just got up on his picnic table, started belting out acoustically, playing his acoustic, and started doing Wonderwall.
Good old Dynamite Dave.
And didn't everybody just start singing along? It was like, perfect. And then mid-song, power came back on. He finished it, went back to what, plugged back in, back to what he was doing. It was neat. It was a good time. So I guess that started our month off. And that was actually the week after our last recording, I believe. So
I think so, yeah.
I don't believe. did we? I had a Falls gig, which went well. It was my wife's birthday that same week, so a bunch of people came out on a Tuesday and we had a good time there. I don't, uh, I don't think we played anymore until we played
Spring Gulch and
Spring
Brenham
Gulch. We
Bridge.
had off. I had no shows.
Yeah, no, I didn't do anything.
Actually, had some weekends off. Yeah, in fact, oh well, duh. Alex's graduation. Jake's
Oh, yes.
girlfriend Alex graduated from college, so we spent a day in ship getting super sunburned. But that's the kind of thing it's worth it. It was worth it.
Nothing like a good half a forearm sunburn.
Yeah, you will never be able to see it in frame. Maybe you will once we check it. But right here, I have a whole solid patch of unburned skin because I did play another gig. I played with Dave. We did an acoustic hour at one of my boss's new locations, Golden Brew Distributing Company in Manchester. He did a grand reopening last Sunday, and Dave and I played outside for that, which was a great turnout. But man, it was too windy to put up tents, and we just got
We saw the
fried.
We saw the pictures of that, and we were just like, "Oh God, they're sitting in direct sunlight."
Yeah, it was so windy. Like we tried to put pop-ups up. My boss was like, "I already lost one before you got here. Without weights, there's no point in this." I'm like, "All right, we'll only be outside for an hour."
Yeah.
Let me tell you how that went, folks. I was crispy fried 2 weekends in a row. Then we come down here for a glorious Memorial Day weekend, and we have to wear sweatshirts and pants because it's too cold.
Yeah.
Nature.
And then last Saturday for me, I did the Tough Mudder.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, so to preface that, we played that show Spring Gulch Friday, where none of us got home till probably midnight, I'll say, to bed.
Yeah.
And then Jake got up at butt crack of dawn and went and did a Tough Mudder. And let's preface this by saying it's not like Jake goes and runs every morning or is at the gym every day. He may not have been in the best of shape.
No, absolutely not. I'll fully admit that.
Go ahead and finish your story now, everyone.
Well, so I had convinced 2 of my coworkers to do this with me, 6 months ago. And I was like, hey, this gives us plenty of time to, train for it and all this stuff. Let's do it. And they're like, all right, we'll do it. And, just busyness and everything else got in the way of me training. And I was not prepared for it. So I initially wasn't intending on going. But my 2 coworkers that had already bought their passes and everything to do it, they were like, "Oh, come on, you got to do it. Like we'll do it with you, and like we'll get you in there." And I was like, I mean, all right. So I registered, and I was like, this is gonna suck because I don't run. Even when I was in good shape, I didn't run. So I signed up, and we got there. We were supposed to run at 9:00, and we all got there around like 7:45, 8:00, and checked in and everything. And let me tell you that was it was a fun experience. Don't get me wrong. I tell everybody it sucked, but in the best of ways,
Right.
Because all the obstacles like army crawling through mud with barbed wire over your head, dunking into 30-degree ice water and having to go completely submerged.
Oh, this sounds horrible. Anyway,
The electroshock therapy where you got to run through exposed wiring and just get shocked. It sucked. Everything about it sucked.
So this is a torture run.
Essentially.
Half military training, half are you a pussy? All right.
Yeah.
Sorry if I offended anyone on the internet with that. But anyway.
But no, it was fun. We completed the race and got all of our free, rewards, t-shirt, headband, medal. Their big incentive is getting a free beer at the end of it, which was my biggest incentive.
I like beer. I don't like to run though, so there's a back and forth with it.
It was a free Yingling Premium Light.
Well, I mean, you want to keep it light. You want to
Yeah.
um,
And then they had other sponsors there, like Dr. Squatch was there, and they were giving out free bars. Yeah, free soap.
Well, for dirty people, that makes sense.
Rain Energy was there. They were the biggest sponsor, and they had basically like an open bar of Rain energy drinks, which was glorious for me.
For you, I'm sure. It was fantastic, yeah.
I walked up, I said, let me get the white haze, and the guy pulls out a ice cold white haze Rain out of the cooler. I was like, God, beautiful. But then Yeah, we started at 9, we finished around 12:30, maybe 12:45. Uh, by the time I, rinsed off and changed and everything, I got in my car to head back home. I got home about 3:45, and that's when I texted you guys, and I was like, "What time do we have to be at Burning Bridge?" And you're like, 6. I was like, "Sick. I'm taking a nap."
Yeah, because of course, as I was pointing out, we played that show, got up late, he got up, did all that, and then we had to play another show again that night. And you did that, and then what did you do the exact following morning,
The
sir?
next morning, well, so I got home at like 1 o'clock in the morning after the Burning Bridge show, so I'm dead. And I then got up at 5 o'clock in the morning, hit the road by 6 down to Ocean City, Maryland for Boardwalk Rock for the second night of Boardwalk Rock, uh, the music festival that was down there, and met up with Alex and her family because we initially had bought the 2-day passes because that's all they offered at first was just a Saturday and Sunday.
Right.
And so we bought them, and I knew I couldn't go because we had the
Yeah.
Burning Bridge gig. So she was already down there because she also wanted to see Def Leppard. They were the headliner. Uh
Hey, no, I know her family's huge Def Leppard fans, so I get it. I mean, they're not. We've talked about this. I have my own opinions about music. It doesn't mean that there's a reason they're still around. So
yeah. So I got down there, I'd say about like 9:30, 10 o'clock in the morning. We had booked a tent site over at a campground right on the other side of the island. Um, Nice place. It was a really nice place. Got there, set up the tent, and where our tent was right along the like the marina or the bay, and the wind awful. And let me tell you, setting up a tent in the windiest of conditions, worst thing ever. We pulled open the rain cover, and the wind just went and sent it that way.
whoops.
But we got it all set up then and headed out to the festival. And as we were walking in, I think we had gotten there around 1. No, I'd say about like 2:30. We got there around 2:30, and as we were walking in, Fuel was playing because, like I said, we were walking in and you could hear them playing Shimmer because they were just coming up towards the end of their set, so that was lower in their set list. Um, we went from there, and they had 3 stages, and I wanted to head over to the far stage because that's where Alice Cooper was playing.
Right.
And as we were walking, we saw Crossfade for a little bit. I enjoyed what I saw of them. I know you have seen clips that say otherwise, that they weren't the greatest.
I will say we talked about this, and after the fact, I saw some other clips that actually weren't as awful that I'd seen. Maybe obviously I know just as well as you do when you go see a show live. Sometimes people's cell phone videos don't quite,
Yeah.
show it off the same. But I did see one that wasn't too bad, although it was from Rockville,
Okay.
and he was essentially letting the crowd sing the words to "Cold." And I thought, well, that's weird. We might get a little noise here in a second, guys. Looks like Mike's coming down due to rake the beach out for the day. So if you see a tractor going by in the back or it gets a little noisy, don't worry about it. It's all good. This is the dangers of live in a public setting. It's still a beautiful spot. But anyway, go back. But I slightly walk back crossfade thing. I have thoughts about that, but I mean, it's again me, and I knew that band when they were new. I covered that band when they were new, and they were not good live then at all. Excellent recordings. Their live show was terrible, and they disappeared for a while. So
Yeah.
I found it really weird. Everybody got so hyped. Oh my God, Crossfade's back. I'm like, something that we needed. But I mean, people enjoyed it, so good for them.
So the one thing I will say about this festival that I really appreciated was how spot on they were with the start times for all the bands.
Oh, well put together.
Oh my God, yeah. Like, so right after Crossfade was,
Perhaps we should pause on that. Okay, Mike. All right, right for Crossfade.
right after Crossfade was Dorothy. And I don't know if you've listened to Dorothy much.
Not a big fan. I've seen them live. I mean, they weren't. I mean, clearly they're good at what they do, but not my jam. It wasn't.
Same for me. Like they're good. They're very generic radio rock to me. Like they are very much a 105.7 band.
I saw them on a Breaking Benjamin show years back.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So yeah, right after CrossFit was Dorothy, and let's say CrossFit ended at 3. As soon as CrossFit hits their last note, Dorothy started.
So the stage management of this thing was right on time.
Oh my God, yeah. And it was consistent through the whole night because right after Dorothy was Night Ranger. And
Same thing, last note.
yeah, last note of Dorothy, and you heard the kick of Night Ranger start. So, pausing. Just seeing it casually stroll by is my favorite. Uh, so as Night Ranger was playing, Alex and I worked our way up as close as we could possibly get to the stage because I wanted to be front for Alice Cooper.
Right.
And normally I'm not a person to be like, I need to be front row. He is one of the only people I will be like, I need to be front row.
I get that. I don't do front row either, but I've done it because there's something
Yeah.
There's things that you go do up front. There's people you want to see that close, and I get it.
And like I can say, the 3 people that I've wanted to see front row, I have now seen all 3 of them front row: Weird Al, Beartooth, and Alice Cooper. Let me tell you, Alice Cooper. Poor Alex, because every song I'm shaking her, I'm like, he's so cool. But for being a 77-year-old man, he could run laps around me. He's jumping around on stage, running around, still does all of his theatrics that he's known for. You know, he does the guillotine, he does the straight jacket bit. His wife is still actively involved in the show. She's like the main female character that runs around.
Right.
And like the band sounded phenomenal. I know he's had this lineup since like mid to early 2000s, and it's been the same lineup since. And yeah, he's phenomenal. I'll see him time and time again. That was show number 8 of Alice Cooper's Face.
So, and you got what you wanted out of it. You also saw Nickelback?
We did. Oh, we saw a couple other bands too. So like right after Alice Cooper, we headed out because we both wanted food. And as we were getting food, we were listening and watching from afar. We were watching Shinedown.
Oh yeah, yeah.
And
we've talked about this before. I've heard nothing but fantastic stuff about that band live.
Yeah.
I've never seen, like, I'm not a, man, I gotta go listen to Shinedown today guy. Like, I couldn't tell you if I ever listened to one of their albums all the way through, maybe once.
I haven't.
I've covered some of their songs. I enjoy hearing when they're on the radio, whatever they call
Yeah.
the playlist. But everybody I've ever seen has said that seen them live. I know guys that keep going back because they're so good. Every clip I've ever seen online, again, we just talked about it a couple minutes ago about sometimes videos don't do it justice. I've never seen a bad clip of Shinedown. Something right up front with grainy cell phone videos, people in the back of the house. Like, their show always sounds like it's awesome. I gotta say, I'm starting to believe that he might be one of the best singers in rock.
Yeah.
Live singers out there.
So I've never been a huge Shinedown person. They have songs that I like. Like I like Sound of Madness.
Yep.
I like Cut the Cord. You know,
cover both those. I still cover Sound of Madness and Falcon Zero. We used to cut the cord too.
And like obviously I like their version of Simple Man.
Yeah,
they have songs
back in the day when first song everybody ever really knew of them. Yeah.
So like they have songs I like. I don't actively listen to them. If they come on in a playlist, I'll listen to them.
Right.
But I know she really wanted to see them, and you know, after making her sit through Alice Cooper, I felt like that was the least I could do.
Young love.
So we watched Shinedown for a bit, and then we headed back over to the other stage. That was the other thing. All the bands we wanted to see were on complete opposite sides of the festival, so we kept having to walk back and forth. Yeah. And with them being so spot on with their times, we were having to like kind of speed walk over from stage to stage. But right after Shinedown was 3 Days Grace. Yeah. And
you've seen it live, you understand.
And Alex and I both said, like, we loved all the stuff they did that was Adam's stuff.
The old stuff.
Yeah. And we were having
when they were still making good music. And I'll die on that hill, guys. They haven't made good music since, not 3 Days Grace music. There's people who will fight me about this, that Matt's so amazing. And the songs they wrote with him were not great. And they should have stopped being 3 Days Grace. And I would probably we wouldn't even have this conversation.
Yeah.
But they kept going as a band they weren't. That band, Adam's voice was integral to their sound. And got another guy who I never liked in his old band. I saw My Darkest Days open for 3 Days Grace years ago, and it was maybe one of the worst sets I've ever seen in my life.
Really?
Like, he's just not a good live singer. And there are people who think he is so amazing. I've heard women losing their minds. Oh, I got to meet him and he's so amazing on stage. I'm like, who?
Yeah.
It's the same guy, right? Like, I don't know. But I think this whole bringing him, and we might have talked about this on a previous episode when they announced this. I think this bringing Adam back in and them sharing the duties is not only weird, but I feel like it's disrespectful to the whole theme of it. But I had a feeling that's what it was going to be. They were going to do all the old songs with Adam singing and all the new shit with him singing, and they were probably going to both do backups for each other. And you're going to get into this, I'm sure, but the clips I saw of Adam singing the songs from some of these festivals, Sonic, Temple and all that, or whatever they are now, Rockville, sounded good. And then you hear this awful harmonizing in the background of Matt.
Exactly.
And that's pretty much what you said your experience with it was.
Yeah. So opening song, Animal I've Become, arguably one of their biggest songs.
Right.
Like that's the song that got me to discover who they were.
Right.
And I was like, sick. I love this song. And Adam sounds so good. And then they get to the chorus, and when they get to the hook where they say the title of the song, here comes Matt with this like high-pitched screaming, trying to harmonize. And immediately I was like, now you ruined it.
Yeah.
Like this isn't that song. That's not.
Most people aren't there for critique like we would be. They're there for a good time. And I understand people probably really think this is the best thing ever. My wife is a huge 3D creator.
Yeah.
She'd probably leave me for Adam if the choice came on. I guess I understand. But I mean, she fangirled when we got the chance to just meet him by the tour bus after a big festival one day. He just had to be standing there talking to his wife, and she's like, "Oh my God!" I'm like, "Go back and talk to him.
Yeah.
Like, go say hello. You're never gonna get this chance again." That turned out to be a lie, because later on, he and Mike Mushak from Saint Sonia, Stained, most people know him from, were doing a acoustic radio promo tour for their Saint Sonia album that's coming out. And our local radio station, got them to come through York to a bar that I was helping out with sound. So I was asked to come be the sound guy for it.
What bar was that?
The Cove.
Oh.
So we actually had them sit for like a 5 or 6 song. It was kind of open to invitation only. So it was maybe 20, 30 people in the room.
That's kind of awesome.
Sidebar to that, turns out our friends Travis and Rachel, who we were never hanging out, we didn't know back then, but we've been at probably 10 concerts and shows at the same time, didn't know it.
Oh, really?
Rachel was there.
Oh, no way.
Crowd, yeah. But we got to meet them earlier, I got to bring them some coffee. But Jen got to meet them, do pictures with him, hug him,
yeah.
So that time I'm telling her, you're never going to get another chance. There he is, just hanging out with us. Super nice guy, by the way. Very nice dude, very humble. We saw Saint Sonia a couple times. And I thought they were a really good band that we're never going to reach 3 Days Grace level, unfortunately, even with the amount of people. You got 3 Days Grace members and the lead guitar player from Stain. And at the time, I think the drummer and the bass player might have been from Lit.
Oh, really?
They were from another band.
Yeah.
A Blur, maybe.
Okay.
And they switched some members out all the time. In fact, the last time we saw them, because Stain got reunited, they had another guy playing guitar. He looked like, we were joking, he looked like Zach Wilde's kid. But man, he was phenomenal. I'm like, well, if Mike Mushak can't come back, here's your guy.
Yeah.
But now I guess they're not really anything Adam's doing 3 Days Grace again. But
Saint Sonia is a band that I don't know much of anything of, just because I never took the time to listen to. I know one song from them because I used it once when I was wrestling, and I used "Let Me Live My Life."
Yeah,
great
song
as an entrance theme.
There, you should take the time one day when you're in a car and one of these trips back from Craft Haven stuff. Bring up their stuff on Spotify or wherever you get your music and podcasts, Apple Music and such. Shameless plugs for things. You should bring up one of their albums, and their last album they did was really good. The album before that was very good. They're quick. I think they're 40, 45-minute albums.
Do they have a lot of albums?
I think they had 3. I think 2 full, maybe an EP. I forget. But yeah, because it's Adam's vocals. It's the 3 Days Grace style of vocal and lyrical writing, but it's got
even the riff in "Let Me Live My Life" is very 3 Days Grace.
It has that. Well, and I think that caters because he writes guitar, so I don't think all the guitar writing was Mike Newshock. I think Adam's sitting writing stuff saying, "Hey, I got this riff," because he's a very good guitar player too. But there's that heavier. Mike Newshock has that almost that progressive new metal feel about him.
Yeah,
and he would. I mean, the guy's from Stain, for God's sake. He That's a whole sidebar too. He's one of the funniest performers I've ever seen. And I mean funny by it just doesn't, he's one of those guys. You ever see a band where they're just like a heavy band? We like heavy shit.
Yeah.
They're just all rocking out and they're kind of like joking aside, like all of us in time out on stage when we play, like you and Dave doing your ZZ Top, me trying to get up. Like, but you're all, even like when we do Luke Combs.
Yeah.
And we're just all finding a beat and rocking out. Bands do that together. When Stain's getting going, the bass player's jamming out, man. Aaron Lewis do whatever he does now. I guess sits on a chair and talks about red hats. I don't know. Mike Newshock is jamming out at a different beat. He's playing, you know what I mean? He's with it, but he's like doing these, that old, the grungy, like just up and down, like hair flying. But he's like completely out of time with the beat. And it's so weird to me. I'm like, dude, I can't look at you because you're throwing me off, but the music's in time.
It's so funny that
he's in his own world basically while still keeping the riff in time.
It's so funny that you said it because Matt, my guitarist in Lysdexia, he does something similar, but he finds like the augmented offbeat and he like bobs to that.
So you guys are on you're on 2 and 4 and he's on 1 and 4.
Yeah.
Like he's on a weird 1 and 3.5.
I'm looking at him and I'm like, what the hell are you doing? And it sucks at times because I gotta watch him for like certain like key points in a song we're playing. Like we're covering Animals by Architects, and the breakdown in it has no real like all right 2 3 and then 2 1. It's like a 1 4
architecture.
Oh, it's all over the place. So I'm watching Matt do this, but then he's got his head bobbing to whatever time signature he's in. I'm like, sure, all right, that works.
Hey, whatever gets the show done. I mean, whatever people find. Obviously, people find their own way.
Yeah.
But anyway, we got way off 3 Days Grace there.
Yeah. So 3 Days Grace played. We stayed for a good chunk of it. I
hear a boat. I don't know if we can see it. Yep, right there, center frame flying out through. This is a nice setting. Anyway.
So we stayed for a good bit. I think we dipped out right after Never Too Late.
Great song. It's one of my wife's favorite songs.
It was so funny too because Alex was like, "What song of theirs do you want to hear?" I was like, "I want to hear Riot," and we didn't hear it.
They didn't do it.
We left. Then they played it, so I could hear it from across the festival. I was like, "Son of!"
I actually saw him when we saw San Antonio last time. They did a block of 3 or 4 3 Days Grace songs, and they did that. And it was a small venue, and people were just like, "Oh my god!" And they did Never Too Late, Animal, Riot, and something.
Pain.
Yes, it was Pain. Yeah.
So they did 1X.
Yeah, I mean they did all the hits. Those were their biggest hits. Honestly, all their albums, with him, all 4 of those albums and they're just so progressively better.
Yeah.
I saw them way back in Rolling Rock Town Fair. So you were probably 7. Back in the 2002, 2003. They were still a 3-piece. Adam still had his Mohawk. That was his first album.
Yeah.
Stuff. And they were good then. You know what I mean? But yeah, they've just gotten, when they made themselves a 4-piece and added the guitar player, a whole difference. But yeah, great band.
Phenomenal.
Great musically solid band, always was. I have choices with what they did, but they've been successful with that. So it's not like my opinion is that, but I can't listen to every time a new age 3 Days Grace song comes on, I turn it. I can't.
Yeah.
I can't even give myself the opportunity to oh, the riff's cool, or I don't care.
Alex and I both said too, as we were watching, we're like, the music with the stuff with Matt is cool. It's banging. But as soon as you hear Matt's voice, immediately done.
I would love, and it's funny because it'll never happen, but I would love to hear a recording of Adam singing those songs. Like they re-recorded his songs. Like right after that happened, everybody's like, Adam left, now they're just going to have this guy. Which that story there is, I believe I think it's the drummer. He's the drummer's cousin or something. One of the guys in the band that's still the members of the band. Matt is his family.
And they're like, it's the bassist, his brother.
Our brother. Okay. Yeah. So that's right there. Oh, of course, going to bring him over. And they were on My Darkest Days was on tour with Grace for like 2 tours or something. So that was going to happen. But they they did recordings. They must have taken Matt into the studio and did recordings quick of him over top of the instrumentals of the hits and put them on SoundCloud. And I hope they're still up somewhere, folks. You should go look for them because they are awful. It was like,
Look them up.
They're like, we hired him. Let's take him into the studio tomorrow. Just do a one take. Here, do these songs, karaoke these songs. We'll put them out so everybody knows everything's going to be okay. It was not okay. Except I kept seeing comments like, "Oh, he sounds better than the original." I'm like, this sounds like he did it in his bathroom on his cell phone. And they were like, well, let's get these out.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm sure he got comfortable with the songs over. He's been doing it. I think it's probably been close to 10 years he's been in this band now.
Yeah.
But I hope they find a better middle ground. Obviously live, if they go back and forth with their song, each other's songs, but that one song they put out with the two of them, number one, sounds like a direct ripoff of Animal I've Become.
Oh, Mayday.
But it's not a great tune. It sounds like they're ripping off their own song. And on top of that, there was nothing inventive about it at all.
Yeah.
You got these two guys that clearly your fans love. And I guess both can sing. I think the one can and one can't. But you're writing this song that's just like retreading your own riffs and not very lyrically. Like that felt rushed too. Like, hey, Adam's back. We're going to write a song tomorrow so we can get it out to you next month. Like, some guys can write that fast. We talk about this. Sometimes you just write stuff. You got it, in a week, you've got 4 songs and then you don't write anything for 6 months.
Right.
I don't write anything ever. I have a book full of stuff that's never going to get done. But I guess you can write that fast. But if it's not good, like who in this, were they getting pressure to put something out to make this? Let's sure everybody know. I don't know. I mean, again, maybe that's not for me.
Yeah.
Not everything's going to be for me. That's not how music's made. I'll continue to listen to Old 3 Days Grace when it's on, but that's it. And I will not go see them. I had a buddy of mine, Adam, out in Colorado. He's like, oh, did you see this Breaking Benjamin and 3 Days Grace? You're going to be on tour together. And yeah. Oh man, you should go get like VIP. I'm like, I'm not going to that show. Yeah. What do you mean? I'm like, 3 Days Grace is never going to get my money. Yeah. And I've seen Breaking Benjamin 15 times. I can skip this one. Yeah. Also, they keep not coming anywhere close to us. Oh. He's like, well, you can go to Scranton. I'm like, I'm not going to Scranton to see that show. Now, that was that tour. But Wage War's on that tour, and they're on this tour with them now. They did the Stained with, Breaking Benjamin, Stained, Wage War. And now they're doing Breaking Benjamin, 3 Days Grace, Wage War's on that tour. Oh. I'm like, I really want to see Wage War again.
Yeah. Who else did I say? Oh, Wage War's going on tour with Falling in Reverse. Because they're coming to Hershey.
No, thank you.
It's Falling in Reverse, Slaughter to Prevail. Yeah, Wage War, and there's like 2 or 3 other bands, but those were the 3 I
like. If it was like $20 tickets, I'd go up see Wage War and leave. Slaughter to Prevail does not. I love heavy shit. I am not. Our friend Travis, he loves Slaughter to Prevail. I get it. It's a cool experience. Once, but I'm not into songs where they just never stop yelling at you. Yeah. And I know that's a very basic way to talk about it, but like when there's heavy shit, I love heavy shit. But when there's no melodic sing at all, like if it's just balls to the wall the whole time, like this, it takes me out of it. Like I lose appreciation for musicianship because, dude, I'm a singer and I like lyrics. I like something that draws me, and I don't just like riffs. And when I can't understand a fucking thing you're saying for 3.5 minutes for the whole album, dude, you're losing me. I don't care how good you are, you're losing me.
I remember when I first heard them, like I liked them at first, and then when I realized what their shtick was, and I was like, all right.
And I could care less about fucking Falling in Reverse. Trash band as far as I'm concerned. I don't understand why they're so popular. They have like one cool song. But anyway, I would definitely go see Wage War and leave if it was a cheap ticket. But there's no such thing as cheap tickets anymore. People on the internet that follow me on the internet, all 6 of my people that aren't my friends and family, I was trying to help my boss get tickets for Billie Eilish. I think we talked about this. So I jumped on queue because their tickets went on sale because none of us have pre-sale codes for that sort of thing. So I got on Friday, and I was in queue for over an hour in the waiting, and then I got in. There's 24,000 people ahead of me. My boss is on the phone with me on a computer. He has 15,000 ahead of him. One of my employees is like, oh, my girlfriend would like that. So she's like, I'm going to get on my phone. She had 2,000 people in front of her. Like, really? So we waited. I'm like, give me your phone. I'm going to get the company credit card out because he wants to get these for his daughter. First concert ever. Yeah. She has vinyls on the wall. Like she's 13, 14. Yeah. She's a teenager and this is her thing. So I was like, yeah, if I'll get him before you, we'll get her tickets. So we got on her phone, got on, it popped up, none available. I looked at it because they went on sale at noon. It was 12:17. They were sold out. All seats.
You know what's so funny? I still have my ticket from when I was supposed to
And you
see.
couldn't go.
Yeah, when I was supposed to see Billie Eilish, and then COVID hit. I still have my ticket, and like the electronic one, they just changed the dates and everything. So it says like it says like September 9th, 2099, and it's like they just changed all the dates and stuff on it to something insane that won't happen. But I saw that she was coming to Philly, and I was like, I wonder if I call and be like, hey, I have this ticket, and I never got to see it.
Hey, I need to cash in on this. Ticketmaster realized
So, yeah.
it got to be $700, sir.
Who likes Billie Eilish? As I'm rocking a
He's
Billie
rocking the
Eilish
last t-shirt, although you guys probably just thought he got some weird Walmart sweatshirt or something with a person on it.
little stick guy with a dislocated shoulder.
It's so he knows which bathroom he's supposed to go in. That's very important these days. Yeah, I just ticket prices. That's what I was getting at with that. Like, it's insane what sells out. But
Yeah,
like the Metallica thing that's going on in Philly this weekend. There's a lot of people, campground people here. Shout out to Chris and Carrie of overall of them, because they are like diehard
I
Metallica.
think that's what Daryl and Dina
Daryl
are
and Tina
too.
are too. A couple people, but I mean, Chris and Carrie have a weather vane either at their house or on their camper. That's the Metallica, that tribal.
Oh
I
yeah.
mean, they're Metallica. And it's not their first time, but they were going the whole weekend. Carrie even said that this is probably the first Memorial Day they haven't been down here in years, because they went last night to the Metallica, Limp Bizkit, Ice Nine Kills.
Oh, is that
Yeah,
Ice Nine?
it was Ice Nine, Limp Bizkit, Metallica, which is the one I would have went to, because Metallica is awesome live. Jen and I finally had to see them probably 10 or 15 years ago, and she'd been a lifelong Metallica fan, and she had never got to see them, so it was cool to see them. We saw them in Baltimore.
I'd never seen them.
And Limp Bizkit we've seen in recent years, and I saw them at Rock of Legions a few years back, and it was just fucking terrible. Like, the songs are good, but Fred Durst spent 10 minutes between each song, like walking around berating the crowd. The guy's tired. Like, they got bumped up to the headliner because Avenged Sevenfold was supposed to be there, and M Shadows had to have throat surgery.
Oh,
so they just bumped Limp Bizkit up, and it was. I mean, that was my son went along. It was his first time seeing Limp Bizkit. We'd seen him once before. We never saw him back in the day, which sucks, because I know a bunch of my friends saw him like at the Community Club in Lancaster. Like, when they were coming up, like, that's the kind of shows that are
I couldn't
like,
even imagine.
like back in like 98, 99. But the songs are great, but the shows, I was like, fuck you, Fred Durst. Like, you're ruining every memory I have. My kid was like, oh, dude, that's what I waited all these years to see. He waited, finally an adult get to see him. Now I see all since these last couple of years, and when Fred Durst kind of just decided, hey, I'm an old man. I'm just gonna have a good time.
I'm just gonna do
all the clips I see, they're just like seem like they're really awesome shows. Like, he stopped believing his own bullshit, I think.
Yeah.
And I would have loved to see that, but Ice Nine Kills I've seen twice now. Jesus, that band is awesome live.
Yeah.
And their songs are great. And I'm not usually a theme guy. Their whole deal is the horror movies and stuff.
Yeah.
And I'm not even a horror movie guy. I mean, that's more your thing than mine, but all the songs are almost every one of their songs about obviously famous horror movies that I've seen.
Yeah.
Like, and they're just, I mean, right down to, like, I talked about this before, like Jaws, doing a song about Jaws. Jaws is technically a horror movie, it's more suspense movie.
Yeah.
But like, I can't imagine being good enough a writer to take the themes of a movie and turn them into a song like that that's so good and well written, like, and not sound cliched about it. Like, and they did it for 2 albums now.
Yeah.
But their stage show, because all the theatrics and the costume, he's changing a different, Michael Myers.
Yeah.
Like, he's doing all this stuff, and Freddy Krueger, and just really good. That's the night we would have went, because I know Metallica been good. Limp Bizkit seems to be really good now, right?
Yeah.
And Ice Nine's always good. Now, the other night that's tomorrow is Metallica, Pantera, and Suicidal Tendencies. Well, Suicidal, of course, Robert Trujillo, their bass player. That's where he's from. So I'm sure he's probably gonna, if he's not playing the set with them and they haven't announced that, I'm sure they have a bass player.
Oh,
but there's no way he doesn't come out and play a song.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It just doesn't make sense. And that would have been cool too, but that I would only went for one night. But when those tickets went on sale, you could only buy a weekend's worth. And I'm like you had the Boardwalk. I'm not buying a ticket I can't go to.
Yeah.
Like, we're always going to be here on Sunday. This is what we do here,
I've seen Pantera, and it was one of those things where I like Pantera. I like what they've done for music. I honestly did not go out of my way to see Pantera.
Right.
My main reason for going was because Lamb of God was the opener. And I love Lamb of God, one of my favorite, like, what I would say is a current metal band. I don't even know if I call them current, because they've been around for so long.
Yeah, they actually, I saw a video where a guy was talking about,
Oh yeah, you did send
listen
me.
to this new Lamb of God. And he's like, that song's 10 and a half or 12 years old or something. That's their newest song. Like, what? No.
Yeah, so like I've always loved Lamb of God, and when I saw they were coming, I was like, I need to go. Um, and I went on Game Time, the Game Time ticket app,
Mhm.
because that's where I buy all my tickets from. Sponsor us.
Yeah.
Um,
Hey, if you want to throw us a sponsorship, we don't need anything, but if we can put your name up and maybe get like, I don't know, a percent off a ticket sometime, that would be great. That's percent off ticket sales now is like $30. So
yeah, I bought my ticket the day of on Game Time for $4, just because it was one of those someone was just trying to get rid of them.
right.
And let me tell you, for $4, I had some kick-ass seats. I was all the way in the front of the grandstands, as close to the stage that you could possibly get in the grandstands, about midway up. So perfect view of the stage, close. And let me tell you, they were awesome. Lamb of God crushed it. And even,
Tight band.
oh yeah. I mean, and then Pantera came on, and for what it is, people will say it, and I half-heartedly agree with it, is this lineup of Pantera. It's not Pantera,
No.
because Pantera is not Pantera without the Abbott brothers.
Yeah. At least one of them.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not without both of them. And I wasn't a big Pantera guy, still am. And as a matter of fact, I probably talked about this before. When I was younger, I couldn't stand like any metal from the 80s at all.
Yeah.
Like that wasn't my thing. I actually got it used to make my attitude shitty if somebody had like my wife, her big Metallica thing. I'm like, I don't want to listen to this. It's just like putting me in a bad mood.
Do you ever listen to their early stuff before they became Pantera? Like what everyone knows Pantera for?
Wow.
When they were a glam
They
band?
were a glam band, 100%.
I
And some
love
of the
it.
videos of them. Do you ever see that promo video of them? I'm Daryl. Like it's just so funny because they're in the makeup and the hair. Thank God they figured out a way to do it that wasn't that.
There's so Vinnie Paul, and he's like, Vinnie Paul, skin basher, bash.
Yeah. Yeah, it was a different time. And I wasn't into them, but I grow to appreciate them quite a bit over the
Yeah.
years now. But you're right, it's not. I mean, and Phil, from what I understand, is kind of a douche.
Yeah.
Phil, feel free to respond to this and let us know what you think of that. Um, but hey, there's a Pikachu. Young kid dressed in a Pikachu costume over here, checking out the boats. Just caught my eye. Oh, so many things to see here than sitting inside the studio. It's just the stuff I got hanging on the walls. But yeah, it's not Pantera. I mean, you get to hear the songs, and at least if Phil's singing them,
Yeah.
you still like
You get the voice
the
of
vocals
Pantera.
and obviously Zach Wilde's
And
probably one of the best guitar players of all time. So
Absolutely.
if you're gonna get any, he was a friend. He was friends.
He was
Him and Dime were friends.
Yeah.
Like so, if you're gonna get someone to do it, that's the guy you get to do it. But it's still not. It's essentially like a Pantera tribute band.
Yeah.
But they happen to get the guy who sang the song.
Yeah. And I had said, even before they announced that like Pantera was getting back together, I had said for years that like if they ever got back together, the only appropriate replacement for Dime would be Zach Wilde. One, because of the association Zach has with him, and two, just the playability. I've seen people on social medias, like guitar influencers that can play the stuff phenomenally, but the only right thing to do was have Zach be the
And that
replacement.
he's a friend. Not only was he his friend, but the friend of the family, and the family is very involved in anything that has to do with that, especially with stuff with Dime.
Yeah.
That goes back to saying there's an argument about years ago about the Nickelback song "Bullet" that they wrote about Dime being killed, and people were flipping out because they used a Dime riff, like an actual tracked riff they used of his that he never used. That's the solo in that song.
Yeah.
And everybody's like, well, because everybody, especially back then, now it seems to be waning a little bit. Everybody's like, oh, fuck Nickelback. Who do they think? Why would they have something about Pantera? I'm like, he was friends with them, right?
Yeah.
Like literally him and Shaq and Kruger were friends.
Yeah.
Like you don't get to decide who is upset about this or who writes a song. Like we could write a song about it. We didn't know him.
Yeah.
But we can be upset about it. Like gatekeeping is real. I know that's a word we didn't use 20 years ago, but it really is a thing. And that's the kind of thing the family with a band like that needs to be involved, because clearly they're the ones control intellectually the property of it. So yeah, like somebody like Zach Wilde's going to be the guy. And they could have picked anybody.
Oh yeah.
And Zach could have said, I can't do this, but he chose to go do that.
Yeah.
And
and then they got I always forget his name. Charlie, I think his name is, from Anthrax, playing drums.
Oh yeah, yeah.
And that wasn't my first choice, but I can see where they went, like, where they wanted to go with that.
Right.
He does have that style because there are times that, Anthrax or, Pantera has a little bit of Anthrax style to him, that, like, thrashy.
Yeah. They were definitely some kind of, I don't know. Everybody has different, like, I mean, I just kind of class everything anymore as metal. Like, there's
Yeah.
different, obviously different kinds of metal, but especially that era. But I mean, that era, you had thrash metal and you had speed metal and you had, metalcore didn't exist back then and stuff. You had even death metal back then.
Yeah.
Death metal. You had straight up just like, what, glam rock could be
Yeah.
glam metal. And I don't know what Pantera, they became something different as they went on. Like, and sometimes some of their songs sound something different.
Yeah. Um, but yeah, so like circling back, like Pantera, for what it was, the lineup was sick. They were cool. It was it was a neat experience to like for me to say like I saw Pantera, but in the back of my mind, it's like I didn't really see Pantera. I saw the remains of Pantera.
Yeah, which sounds like a fucking gruesome, like
It
metal
really
tribute,
does.
the remains of
The
Pantera.
remains of
It's kind
Pantera.
of, that's actually kind of morbid because two of the guys are dead. But yeah, I don't think that would have been the night for me. And I know Suicidal from back in the day, but I didn't listen to Suicidal Tendencies, so I'm sure. And I do like the fact of that Metallica thing. They're doing completely different sets.
That is cool.
So like for
I do
like,
want to check out like what the set lists are. Like I'll check out what last night's was.
but I wonder how does that go? Are they doing literally, because Metallica has so much music, they could literally do 2 nights of completely different
Oh
music.
yeah.
But what if they didn't? The casual fan. What if you went Friday and and Sunday, or you went Friday or Sunday, and one of those nights they didn't play Enter Sandman?
Yeah,
You know what I mean? Like,
that's
do
the other
you
thing.
automatically play those really big hits and then all other songs, or do you give each night a completely different set list?
Yeah, and like cut
Like,
out.
but if somebody doesn't go the whole weekend, they miss out. Oh my God, they played, something off of Master of Puppets on Friday, but they're only playing the Load album on Sunday. You know what I mean, or whatever.
I love the load.
I do too. Actually, that's when I got into Metallica. Load, reload. Everybody's like, "Oh, they cut their hair. They're terrible." I'm like, "What are they, Samson?" Like, no, they're still writing music. They're still writing Metallica. They had one very big miss, singer, but which I had one good song in that whole album.
I'll have to play it for you. I went back a while ago and I re-recorded part of one of the songs off of Saint Anger just for my own enjoyment to see like what would this actually sound like if someone act like someone who knows what they're doing, um, but like someone that can record and mix it differently, how it would sound. And I personally, not to toot my own horn, I thought it sounded pretty fucking cool. But
Can't toot.
yeah, I did the beginning of the song Frantic.
Yeah, that's the song I like on that album.
Yeah.
I think lyrically and stuff, I think it's cool, but the rest of the album is just the snare, bro. I don't want to beat a dead internet horse here, but God, the drum sound at snare is so bad.
And the fact that there's no guitar solos on that album.
Like Kirk Hammett, just that's all he does.
Yeah.
I mean, you literally got people can say what they want. A lot of people have opinions about Metallica anymore because they're old guys. But Kirk Hammett's probably one of the best like lead guitar players in rock that ever played. And the thing is, I think
arguably one of the most influential too.
And I mean, beyond the nonstop wah, but I would argue, and I've seen articles and lists and videos that James Hetfield might be the best rhythm guitar player in rock.
The other thing
because he's very good. He's still very fast.
Yeah.
Even at 60 or whatever they are now. And think about all the stuff that they've written over the years.
Yeah.
Not all of that was Kirk, you know?
Yeah. That's the one thing that people don't realize it too, is that like James can play lead.
Oh yeah.
And like you can tell the difference because he does the one lead in Master of Puppets.
But let's not forget that they've been also, if my only job for 40 years, 50 years was to play guitar every week in big arenas, I'd get pretty damn good too.
Yeah.
Or I probably should stop.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, I've just gotten better playing some acoustic for the last 4 years. Like,
Yeah.
imagine if my only job wasn't just on the weekends, every other weekend, you know? So it's interesting. But yeah, I mean, I wouldn't be upset if Metallica did that and I didn't get to do something, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Or miss something, but also you're still seeing Metallica. But then you got, again, like our friends Chris and Carrie, they're still there all weekend.
Yeah.
I mean, there's probably plenty of people that did that all weekend.
Yeah.
So you get to see the whole show, but you also, I know the bands need a break, but going Friday to Sunday, like not having that whole day that people have to buy like hotels for the weekend.
Yeah. I forget what's going on Saturday that they're not doing back-to-back nights. Because normally they do back to back, but
There's probably something booked already.
Yeah, somebody at my work told me that what's going on is Charlie XCX, that pop star or something.
Well, and that's probably a big draw there too. They got to make sure they're getting there.
What's crazy though is, looking at it from a production side of things because of, me working in the production industry, that's gotta suck to tear all of Metallica's stuff down to just set it back up.
I mean, you're in that world and I'm not, but there's probably a system that they're not completely boxing everything up. There's probably almost some kind of, I mean, that's a pretty big place.
Yeah.
There's a good chance there's some kind of storage going on.
Oh, probably.
Or they somehow are reusing some of the, because now, as you know, lights and stuff are all programmed and stuff. There may be an issue where they worked out. So maybe it's the same production company.
Yeah.
And hey, all right, well, bring up Charlie's stuff and turn off the Metallica stuff.
I can say, just to debunk that, it's a different production company because we do Metallica.
Okay.
My company does Metallica.
And you weren't doing, well, you have multiple locations. Isn't there 2 4 walls? Isn't there one in Tennessee or something too?
There's 11.
Oh, there's a ton. Okay.
Yeah, but no, we do Metallica, and if it was gonna be like for a tour like that, a lot of the bigger ones go through us. But no, she goes through a different one. I forget who it is. It might be like a company like PRG or Squeak Lighting or something. There's so many different lighting companies.
Gotcha. Well, I'm sure there is. Yeah.
Well, that's like so. We're doing Weird Al, but we're only doing it's only our video department because he goes through PRG Entertainment
for lighting.
That's the same as Beartooth.
Got dive bombed by a bird out of frame and didn't get it.
But that's like Beartooth.
Right.
Beartooth is using we are their video people, but they use Squeak Lighting for their lights.
So So I mean that's a whole logistic thing that I'm glad I don't have anything to do with at all. Look at this beautiful backdrop. I'm gonna screenshot that. I'm gonna screenshot that later for myself. So yeah,
I think next episode when we're down here, we're gonna put the beach chairs out. Do it on the sand with Nailed the podcast.
Yeah, why not? We're definitely both going to be here more this summer than we were.
Oh God, yeah.
For both personal and professional reasons. We have a whole month where we're not even going to be playing shows all but July, so I'll be down here quite a bit.
And then I have that whole weekend of gigs where it's down here, right? It's June 13th. At Fiorentino's, and then
the day after you're playing a private party with the Nailed It Boys without me.
Yeah,
because I'm going to be on the other side of Maryland Hagerstown for Rock Me Don't Shake Me, and then Sunday you're back in York
at Victory
for Father's Day, where Dave, our bass player and also acoustic buddy, is going to be playing at the Naughty Goose down here.
Right. Yep.
We're all as a band. We are
all over the place that weekend.
A lot of Maryland and a little PA.
Yeah.
So.
I'm very excited for that Fiorentino's gig. I always enjoy Fiorentino.
And we've never done Fridays there. They were always Thursday gigs, and they don't do Thursdays anymore. So we have less gigs there this year. It's not once a month over the summer because it's Fridays and we didn't have the schedule for it. But I think we have 2. There's definitely one in September.
2 or 3, yeah.
We might have one in August too. I don't remember. I can't keep them all straight anymore.
I know I've got quite a few people coming out for June 13th because being in that side of town, a lot of my friends and family are like, you guys got to play closer. And I told them, I was like, this is probably as close as you're going to get. If we're not doing a Union House gig,
right,
where Fiorentino's is going to be the thing.
And that's cool.
But
yeah. So, and then we don't have, that's our next gig. Oh no, I'm sorry. We have a gig next weekend.
Marietta.
31st, Marietta Legion, our last really indoor show for a while.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I don't think besides the private parties got
outside.
Fiorentino's is outside. We play the Goose at the end of next month.
Yep.
That's outside. That's actually the only 2 shows that Ghost of the has in June.
That's crazy. I think I have a Falls gig in June.
July. Yeah, because you're the week before or after me. You're the Tuesday before or after, one of the other.
Yes.
I'm first, then you, or vice versa. You have that gig at Victory. I have a Victory gig, but I don't think mine's till August.
I lied. June 18th, Wednesday, June 18th. I'm at Riverside.
Oh, I didn't even do any Riverside this year. I guess I'm not.
I got a last minute,
go.
Not last minute, but I got a kind of out of nowhere text. It's like, hey, I have this date.
So the week after that long weekend of playing everywhere.
Yep.
Well, maybe I haven't been down Riverside. Maybe we'll make a Wednesday night appearance.
Better than that one time we were down there and it was cold as hell outside.
No one cared. Our hands are freezing. It's a good time. Yeah, I don't. I think that's. I mean, our schedule's pretty light, but you know what? That's a little bit of scheduling with the current lineup. Jimmy has things, and we knew getting the summer it was going to be later than it used to be last year. So we're doing quality over quantity, I guess.
Yeah.
And you know what? It gets me more time down here. Last summer I spent a lot of time leaving the campground because I had to go to gigs all the time.
Yep.
So I'll get to enjoy a little more time down here, and that's what I come here for. It's what we come here for. Is
I don't know if people can hear us, but the ever famous Rich Campbell is over there too.
Yeah, he's here. I thought he'd pop his head in behind us, but I guess he's on camera shot today. That's okay. A world famous, by way of Lancaster, guitar builder Rich Campbell, also a guitar player for Ghostlight Radio Show.
Yeah.
And our buddy makes a mean meal too. So
you know what we ought to do sometime? Labor Day weekend, when we're all down here, we should have a Ghostlight Roundtable episode with all 5 of us.
Oh my goodness, the amount of insanity that would be. Well, we've had like every member of the band on the podcast.
Exactly.
Jimmy was on before he was a member. Dave was on before he was a member. He was obviously and nailed it with us, but and Rich has been on.
Yeah,
we've actually had individual Ghostlight members on. We should do that. We've talked for a long time about having like a band interview episode. We never went out to do that with a band.
See, that's what we need to do. What we're gonna do, we're gonna set it in stone on the episode.
Oh yeah, because we always go through everything.
Put the camera here, and we get all 5 of us down the table.
Yep.
This is it. We're doing it. Labor Day episode.
We're gonna end up needing a couple other things like, I don't know, microphones and a mixer, because you can't really pick everybody up otherwise. But that's okay. I have all the gear for that sort of thing. We've done it before. Maybe. I mean, this won't air, or be up for listening until after this weekend. Maybe if I feel bored later. But maybe we can get the phys ed guys to sit down and talk to us before they.
That'd be a good one.
Be here. Maybe we just do a quick sit up on Dave's porch and do a quick interview with them.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
It's just a little 20-minute, or we just talk about what all those guys, and those guys have long histories of playing.
That'll be our additional episode.
Obviously, Ed Allison has been on the podcast before. Ed's of Lyndhurst and Gunmetal Gray and phys ed and 75 other music things, because that's his love. Y2 Kids. That's his passion. We can ask him how the Y2 Kids show at the casino was for him last week. He's played the casino before, but
he was somewhere last night, wasn't he? I thought I saw online.
Probably it's Ed.
Probably,
yeah.
Crack and Human Clay.
Yeah, and now of course Eric, the drummer McNeil.
That was the one thing we didn't talk about.
Oh, our acoustic show.
Yeah.
So we did yeah, that's right. We did that at the beginning of the month. We did an acoustic Sunday at Jen Jen's Rhythm and Blues out in East Berlin.
Yep.
And of course, you opened up the day for us. Oh no, we were gonna.
Yeah, we were gonna.
Human Clay, which is Ed's. He had done a one-off Creed tribute with his friend Andy Fritz. What's up, man? Hope you're listening now. Andy's a good dude. Now I got to meet him, and plays a hell of a guitar player too. He's in several cover bands too. They did Human Clay acoustic, which was just 2 of them doing Creed songs, and then Jake and our friend Craig, who's also in Next to Nothing with me, the Breaking Benjamin tribute, did a Green Day tribute.
Yeah.
What's her name? What's our name?
What's our name? Yeah.
And that went really well. In fact, Jake's had a bit of a hankering to do a full Green Day tribute, so maybe we'll get that going.
Well, so we just secured a bassist.
Excellent.
And I have to confirm it, but I think we have a confirmation on a drummer. We just set up the Facebook page, so you can find us on Facebook at What's Our Name. It's all one word. What's Her Name? The Green Day. I think it's the music of Green Day.
That's how we do it with Breaking Benjamin. We're not. I never like to call us a tribute, because we're just basically a Breaking Benjamin cover band. So, although again, best thing I told the guys last time we played, the best thing Ben Burnley ever did, start wearing hats and grow a beard. Because
wearing just a plain old black t-shirt.
Because now I used to just do a thing, but now I can sort of look like Ben and be comfortable. I just have to do that, and it's great. Anyway, but yeah, you guys did that show, and that went really well. They had never practiced together. Just the 2 of them learned the songs and did it. We have some videos of it we put up.
Yeah.
And then Craig and myself and our guitar player Donnie did an acoustic Breaking Benjamin set, which we had never done before. Craig and I did one years ago, but it was just kind of a last minute thing. Donnie I found out afterwards, has never played an acoustic show,
which is crazy.
He plays at home, but he has never took his acoustic out anywhere. And for us not getting together because we know the songs, I thought it went pretty well too. It was a Sunday evening, and it could have been a better crowd. It started out real strong, and then it just people started to fizzle out, which happened. It's Sunday by 7 o'clock, but we enjoyed it. It was a good time, and that's probably the last time Next to Nothing's going to play this year unless some random show pops up at the end of the year. So it was nice to do some Breaking Ben again. You guys did a great job, and it set something up. So
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. And I've done Green Day songs in the past.
right, you
and
did that whole rock opera fill in too. So
yeah, I
you
did
knew
I
the
did
song.
American Idiot, the like the show, the
Right.
theater show. And that kind of like re-sparked my love for them. I always loved Green
Oh, yeah.
Day. But like after doing that and actually taking the time to sit there and learn basically the entire
Album.
the entire
Catalog.
album. Well, not even the catalog.
But
It was from start to finish, all of American Idiot, including like bonus tracks like Favorite Son, which was then released on the new like the 20th anniversary.
One, yeah.
So like Favorite Son was on there, but then they threw in a couple other ones like 21 Guns is on there. Know Your Enemy's on there. But sitting down and learning these songs, I was like, this is fun as shit to play. And then, I used to do it in other bands, and we threw American Idiot into the Ghostlight set list.
Yep.
And I knew that this was something that I could do vocally. And so I was like, this is a lot of fun. And knowing how big of a fan of Green Day Craig is, we had initially talked about doing this project going on 2 years ago.
Right.
I'll remember I was in the car, don't text and drive, but I was sending a message in a group chat with Craig, Ken, and Ed, because that was initially going to be the lineup.
Right.
And due to scheduling from all four of us, it was just something that never happened. And it kind of fell through. And then when we got the chance to do this acoustic gig, it
re-sparked it.
It re-sparked it. And then once we actually did it, Craig and I realized like, hey, this can work.
Yeah.
This can actually be a thing. And so we were on the hunt for, musicians and bassists and drummers and stuff. Like I said, we have a confirmed bassist.
Yeah, that just sucks because you could ask me because I played bass once. So I'm sure I definitely am.
You get your
definitely
channel your inner Mike Dirnt.
I'm definitely a Mike Dirnt. I'm super good. I have a bass at home I haven't touched in years. I literally played a couple songs back in Johnny Chimpo. I would switch out with Greg when he was singing.
Yeah.
He did My Own Worst Enemy, and I played bass on that and something else I forget now. I see pictures or videos of that now. Oh, what are you doing with that guitar on of any kind? At the time, that was. God, Bob's playing an instrument, but I should pick up my bass sometime and just noodle around on it.
I do that a lot too.
Yeah, you're also a good guitar player, so I struggle through being a mediocre rhythm player. I'm a singer who plays guitar. I tell people all the time. I'm not a guitar player who sings.
I would say I'm the opposite. I am a guitar player that sings.
Yep. I would agree with that. Yeah, because you are definitely a guitar player. There's no doubt. You're a musician. I've said that before, and I have a different definition of musician. Everybody tells me, so am I. So are you. You play an instrument, you sing. No, I'm a repeater monkey. That's different because I need to. I can't create. I think musicians create.
Yeah.
But anyway, that's God, that could be a whole other topic. But yeah, I think it's good that you guys are going to get it together. So be on the lookout for that because once you guys get it going and have, I'll definitely be. Well, if you're playing a show, there's probably no reason I'm playing a show, so
Yeah.
I should be there.
You always see my Amazon cart. It's a black short sleeve button down shirt, a red tie, the studded belt.
You got a wish list for?
Oh, I've got my cart full of my Billy Joe Armstrong cosplay.
Mm-hmm. Got some eyeliner in there?
I've already got that at home.
Fair enough. You had that for
the wrestling.
Yeah. So I don't have anything new going on other than Ghostlight stuff. I got tons of work and personal stuff that's just keeps me busy, but the music's always there. Even if we're just doing a couple, shows a month or going to a wee down here.
Yeah.
I got a sneaking suspicion there might be some sort of acoustic jam later tonight because
I believe it.
We're all going to be here. Dave will be here. You and I are here. We clearly have gear with us. At least it's on the porch and jam.
Oh yeah.
I haven't, until you showed up before we came down for this, I hadn't even got my guitar out yet. I'm like, you know what? If I don't get it out, it's just going to sit in the bag all weekend. That's why that's now my camper guitar, and that's staying here over the summer.
That's really funny because the guitar I have with me is also my Ibanez acoustic.
So I think that'll happen. So I don't think we have anything really to promote.
Yeah.
Other than ghoststartradioshow.com or ghoststartradioshow.pa.com. Go to either one, denmillermusic.com to find out what everything else is going on. If anybody's not doing anything, Craft Haven is open to the public for shows, and Phys Ed tomorrow from 7 to 10 down here because that's when we're supposed to stop, but we stop at 11 because that's a sound ordinance. And sometimes later, if the owners are down here telling us to keep playing. So it's crazy. We have a great time. The whole campground show, especially now we're a holiday week when there's extra people here. But yeah, if you guys want to come, anybody wants to come down, if I get this up and you hear this before tomorrow, please feel free to come down. Anybody wants to crash, we can figure that out. We got porches and extra beds and lots of people here like good people, and good times. So, that'll be our weekend, our holiday. Everybody enjoy your Memorial Day. And we will see you guys again soon, maybe sooner than we think.
Yeah.
If this works out like it does when I play it back, this is going to maybe a regular occurrence for us. Be down here weekend.
Oh, yeah.
This is easier for us to do than you coming all the way to my house.
It really is.
So figure it out. We're going to start just having a mobile studio.
Yeah.
But I don't have anything else if you don't.
No, I think we covered everything. Also,
Well,
just look at that.
Yeah,
Look at that.
look at this
Oh
piece.
my God.
Look at
Look how good that.
Got the flag floating in the back. Yeah, I'm always opposite. The flag floating in the back. And it's just a beautiful day. It's going to be a gorgeous weekend, rest of the weekend here, and I'm looking forward to enjoying it.
Yeah.
So, I don't have anything else. So, I guess as usual, that's it. So, once again, I'm Bob.
I'm Jake.
And we have been Nailed It the Podcast. You guys have a great, great weekend.
See you.
Nailed it.